Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 60 seconds is all it took. 60 seconds for a warm handshake to turn into an all-out hangama. A lot can change in just a blink of an eye, especially in Indian politics. But will the Naya Sansad fulfill our hopes and dreams for Naya Bharat? Will the acrimony of a fiercely fought election be set aside? Will the parliamentarians unite to build Viksit Bharat? Let's tell you about the optics on day one, which may be the setting of the tone for the next few weeks, months and years. Today was round one, the first battle after the 2024 elections, and this round went to Prime Minister Modi hands down and the NDA. The polls for the Lok Sabha Speaker was a cakewalk for the united NDA candidate Om Birla. The India bloc didn't even have the numbers and did not even ask for a division or voting because they had little hope of winning this one. However, Rahul Gandhi, newly appointed as the leader of opposition, seemed to start on the right note. Watch these visuals on your screens. Rahul Gandhi was seen walking up to the speaker and congratulated him. He also shook hands with the Prime Minister, a formal handshake, not like the awkward jappi puppy that happened last time around in Parliament and a wink that followed. The both of them, as per protocol, escorted the speaker to his chair as he took over. Watch democratic courtesies on display.
मैं प्रस्ताव करता हूं कि श्री ओम बिरला जो इस सभा के सदस्य हैं को इस सभा के अध्यक्ष के रूप में चुना जाए।
Shri Om Birla is declared elected as the Speaker of this House. Shri Om Birla to come up and occupy the chair.
However, the optics of this bonhomie was short-lived and the courtesies were crushed under the acrimony of politics as they returned to their seats. Rahul Gandhi and his allies like Akhilesh Yadav trained their guns on the newly elected speaker, reminding him of his democratic duty to be fair and bipartisan in his approach of handling leaders of opposition as well as members of parliament in the opposition. Listen in.
So the idea, Speaker Sir, the idea that you can run the House efficiently by silencing the voice of the opposition is a non-democratic idea.
लोक सभा के अध्यक्ष के रूप में आप हर सांसद और हर दल को बराबरी का मौका और सम्मान देंगे। निष्पक्षता इस महान पद की महान जिम्मेदारी है। आप लोकतांत्रिक न्याय के मुख्य न्यायाधीश की तरह बैठे हैं। हम सबकी आपसे अपेक्षा है कि किसी भी जनप्रतिनिधि की आवाज दबाई न जाए।
Soon, the speaker, Om Birla, turned the tables. Om Birla invoked the dark days of emergency. In fact, a post facto ratification of emergency was made by the cabinet. 50 years later, the speaker then sought 2 minutes of silence. The irked Congress party MPs rose up in outrage and disrupted the silent period with chants of shame, shame and tanashahi. Watch this play out on day one of business in the House.
भारत के इतिहास में 25 जून 1975 के उस दिन को हम हमेशा काले अध्याय के रूप में जाना जाएगा। इसलिए हमारी संसदीय प्रणाली अनगिनत बलिदानों के बाद मिली दूसरी आजादी के प्रति अपनी प्रतिबद्धता को दोहराने के लिए आज के प्रस्ताव किया जाना आवश्यक है। इमरजेंसी के इस काले खंड में कांग्रेस की तानाशाह सरकार के हाथों अपनी जान गंवाने वाले भारत के ऐसे कर्तव्यनिष्ठ और देश में प्रेम करने वाले नागरिकों की स्मृति में हम सब 2 मिनट का मौन रखते हैं।
As As you just saw, the democratic courtesies of Prime Minister Modi and Rahul Gandhi shaking hands were fast forgotten and relegated to history. In fact, Sena Uddhav Thackeray's group member of parliament Sanjay Raut took to social media saying, "Ye to trailer hai, aage aage dekho hota hai kya," and put out a picture. The picture playing on your screens. So is the opposition setting the stage for a showdown and war of words?
चिल्ला रहे थे, नारेबाजी कर रहे थे, मगर समाजवादी पार्टी के लोग खड़े थे, टीएमसी के लोग शांति से खड़े थे, डीएमके के लोग खड़े थे। इन सब को खड़े देख राहुल गांधी को भी अंततोगत्वा खड़ा होना ही पड़ा।
उस सदन में कई पार्टियों के नेता थे बैठे, जिनमें नैतिकता नहीं थी, भले ही वो विपक्ष में हो कांग्रेस के साथ। जैसे अखिलेश यादव थे, उनके पिताजी जेल में थे, डीएमके कांजी मोहन जी थी, उनकी पार्टी डिसमिस हो गई थी। लालू जी की पार्टी आरजेडी, उनकी बेटी का नाम ही मीसा है।
What we saw was the speaker, unfortunately, really discussing a matter raising a matter that had not been discussed in the House, and in a manner that frankly came across as confrontational, which was not the right note on which to start the session.
The opposition threatening a stormy session of Sansad. Let's remind you how disruptions in the past have tainted our democracy. The worst affected session was in 2016 winter session, when the Lok Sabha only functioned for 15% of the allotted time and the Rajya Sabha for 18% of the time. A total of 107 and 101 hours respectively were wasted in both houses of parliament. In 2021 monsoon session, 77 hours of Lok Sabha were wasted, while 76 hours were wasted in disruptions in the Rajya Sabha. And finally, in the 2023 budget session, total of 199 hours were wasted in both houses. But is there more confrontation in store in the 18th Lok Sabha? That really is the question people of India are asking. So, the legitimate question tonight, has the Vipaksh set the tone for dangal and not debate on the floor of the House? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Rohan Gupta, spokesperson of the BJP, making his debut on the News Hour tonight. Welcome, Rohan Gupta ji. Satya Prakash Mishra, leader of the JDU, joining me live from Patna. Deepak Reddy, national spokesperson of the TDP. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, political analyst and Congress leader. Abbas Haider, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Anand Dubey, spokesperson of the Shiv Sena Uddhav Thackeray fashion. And let me first ask Abbas Haider. Abbas Haider, election of the speaker was to be lost by the opposition. You did not have the numbers, yet you wanted the election. The question tonight is, on day one, handshakes and courtesies apart, have you set the tone? Because the manner in which we saw the protests coming from the opposition benches, the introduction, welcome to the speaker, were laced with sarcasm. No hopes of a new chapter being opened in Lok Sabha after a fresh elections? Is the old rancor going to stay? Is there going to be no space for lifting the level of debate and having some respect to the numbers on either side to actually care for India and its own problems?
Well, Navika ji, we did not set the tone for this Lok Sabha, as we have seen that started from the appointment of the pro tem speaker and the election of Lok Sabha. We never wanted election of the Lok Sabha speaker, but the government was adamant, because this was a symbolic fight which we fought against the ruling party. See, the parliament, the parliament is not just run on the rules, but also the convention and customs of the tradition of the parliamentary democracy which we have. So certainly the Bharatiya Janata Party has tried to distort all of them in past 10 years. And I can assure your audience through your channel that this time we can never let that happen. We 37 MPs who were Lal Topi, we will never let them do. We will fight for the democracy. We will fight for the parliamentary tradition and custom. We have seen what has happened in the last Lok Sabha. We have wished good luck to Mr. Om Birla, who has been newly elected as the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. And we have also reminded him of his duties as the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Because we know, Navika ji, we as a citizen, not just the MPs, we look forward in a parliamentary democracy. Why do we have a parliament? Why do we pass laws in the parliament? Unlike the presidential system and a parliamentary system, the Prime Minister do have majority in the House. So what is the question of passing out laws in the parliament? It is because that, discussion should be carried out. If there is some dissent from the opposition, it should be taken in a positive way. And we have always given positive notions to the government, but they have never taken it in a positive way. In fact, they have tried to ignore our suggestions. So I believe that in this house, when we are in a higher number and the opposition is much more stronger, so the ruling party will have to, they have to understand, they have to they have to take our suggestion, and we want to start it in a very positive way.
Well, positive way, but I love the manner in which you let the cat out of the bag. You said Lal Topi pehne wale 37 Samajwadi Party MPs. So basically alliance nahi hai. Everybody is dictating their own agenda. 37 of your MPs will do what they want to do. Number two, you talked about the fact that you were reminding the duties of the Speaker to him. What about your own duties as the opposition? Abbas Haider, Rohan Gupta, has the cat come out of the bag? Apni duties par koi debate nahi, but reminder to the Speaker is what they want to do. And 1 minute, Abbas Haider and Rohan Gupta, they say our numbers are greater, but they forget that their numbers are smaller than the numbers of the NDA. Is that a fact that the opposition forgets very conveniently?
Absolutely, Navika ji, and thanks for welcoming me. And I think one of my friends, when he spoke, he told about symbolic thing. I precisely agree with him that this is all symbolic as far as the opposition is concerned. Navika ji, I feel that opposition has still not come to the terms that they have lost this election. They are still in the mindset of the moral victory. They are still happy that from 50 they have reached 99. They still don't, try to get into themselves that this is third term NDA government. They are still, in that mindset of moral victory. That is the main problem. One of my friends is just all about symbolic. Yeah, they are doing it symbolically. They want to show that now opposition is strong, so they will disrupt. Even if they don't have agenda, they want to disrupt. You tell me, Navika ji, when they know that they don't have numbers, there was no point of them going for fight in the speaker election. Still they tried. And then today morning when they realized, I think everything fall in place. So this kind of symbolism is not going to work. They should understand that even though that number has increased, NDA is here for the third term. People have voted for NDA and this government is in power. See, the humbleness of NDA should not be taken as weakness.
But where is the message that where is the humbleness of the NDA that you're talking about? I didn't see any humility. Offering a deputy speaker position, showing a larger heart was all something that the NDA could have done. आपने भी तो नहीं किया, तो it's like the Lucknow तहजीब पहले आप. Who's going to show the तहजीब पहले?
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं. नविका जी, तहजीब बिल्कुल आपकी बात सही है, एनडीए की बात आप कर रहे हैं, बट मुझे एक चीज बताइए, क्या कोई चीज कंडीशनल हो सकती है? हाउ कैन इट बी कंडीशनल? How can be speaker post be conditional? If you are talking about deputy speaker, you can discuss at that time. You are talking about parampara. There are a lot of Indian government states where there is no deputy speaker by BJP. You will not answer that. The question here is about symbolism. And one more symbolism you could see in parliament is carrying the copy of Samvidhan, right? They want to show that they are the saviors of Samvidhan. And that's why it was important for NDA to remind them they are the real killers of Samvidhan in times of apatkal, in emergency. Why she had completely shattered? Because they need to be reminded what had happened in emergency. They need to be reminded that 1,40,000 people were
on day one of the speaker election, was it necessary?
In custodial.
On day one, you wanted to start on that note. NDA could raise it, but the speaker also making a mention of that, speaking in detail on that. The question citizens of India are asking, who's going to actually start with some amount of compromise or some amount of camaraderie, some amount of cooperation? Who's going to do it first? Can the ruling party do it, or will it only expect it from the opposition? And can the opposition show any grace, or is it only going to be the ruling party? Are you going to keep passing the parcel? That's the question, Kamruddin Chaudhry. Kamruzaman Chaudhry, I want to ask you. Kamruzaman Chaudhry, the question is, who first? After all, if you point fingers at the NDA Sarkar, there will be fingers that will be pointed back at you. Somebody will have to draw a line. Having said that, the speaker election was turned into a tamasha, let me say that, by the opposition itself. You did not have the numbers. You pulled out a leader, very well respected leader, 8-time member of parliament. But what did you make out of him? A puppet? You know, was he just going to be put there as some sort of a show when you didn't even press for voting on the entire issue? If you wanted to put up a symbolic fight, at least fight till the end. Give the fight a proper dignity and respect that it deserved.
मैं जब बोलता हूं तब
Navika ji, thank you. Tonight the entire nation is watching your popular show, and you have asked one or two very uncomfortable questions to Rohan Gupta ji, my dear friend from the Bharatiya Janata Party. And I expect the media to continue like this, asking some uncomfortable questions. Coming to your point out here, let me point out a famous saying. Let me just read it out. Not all battles are fought for victory. Some are fought simply to tell the world that someone was there on the battlefield. We as a united opposition this time, we are here for the nation, for the country, for the betterment of the nation. But not that we will face lying down an arrogant Modi Sarkar and do according to his bidding. No, sorry. There is no more kid gloves this time. No free passes this time. We all saw how to discuss very important, pertinent questions that the country faced during the Manipur genocide, rather I will tell them, or the farmers' agitation, or now the present the NEET scam, or the railway accident disasters. These are the questions that the opposition raises of the government. And what did the government do? It refused to discuss this on the floor of the parliament. Majburi mein, we had to bring a more confidence.
Kamruzaman Chaudhry, let's get facts straight. Let's get facts straight. All the time, the opposition is more interested in teaching media how to do their job. Boss, हमें छोड़ दीजिए, हमें अपना काम आता है, 35 साल से कर रहे हैं, we will do it. We don't need lessons from opposition on how to conduct our own profession. We know that. Number one. Number two, you want to raise the issue of NEET, you want to raise the issue of farmers, you want to raise the issue of Manipurs. Good issues for debates. But my friend, till this morning, members of parliament were being sworn in. The speaker's election was going to happen, then the president's address. This time to ask questions will come only after that. So you should have waited for that time to come. But Rohan Gupta, they have been so enthusiastic about raising the question, even in welcoming the speaker, showing the first courtesy, somehow they, did it without the grace, number one. And number two, they say some battles are fought only for showing the world. That means Mr. K. Suresh was a sacrificial lamb. Don't you think so?
I completely agree with you, Navika ji, and I completely agree with you as NDA. We are there to ensure that the parliament runs properly, smoothly, but at the same time, the intention of opposition is very, very important. That's what I'm saying, that they are still in the mindset of that moral victory and they want to show that, okay, now we have more numbers, we will do this, we will do that. It doesn't work that way, right? You know that, okay, the speaker's post is there. There was no need of election. Yesterday also NDA tried. They came together. They decided to fight. Today morning they realized that, okay, it's not going to be numbers in their favor. So whatever happened, I am happy that finally we could ensure our tradition and that speaker thing was done properly. Again, I am repeating my point. The symbolism is not going to work. If the narrative is there to show that, okay, now we are strong, we will show our strength by disrupting parliament, NDA will not allow that. Again, I'm coming back to Samvidhan and Apatkal. It's very important. When opposition leaders carry Samvidhan in their hand, they need to be reminded that the image of Samvidhan savior which they are trying to project in minds of people, they should remember their past. How can they forget the past? 22 custodial deaths, 50 times the president's rule was imposed under Indira Gandhi's tenure, 8 times a president's rule was imposed during Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru's tenure. How can India forget that? They need to be reminded because they tried to set this narrative. And again, I don't want to, please let me complete. Navika ji, again I am telling with great, humbleness that NDA is there to support opposition. If they want to raise the issues, we are there. Let's get together, let's raise the issues, let it make it productive. But if you want to send message of, arrogance by showing that, okay, we will disrupt the parliament, we will not allow to do that is not going to work. You wanted, yesterday we tried, you didn't understand, today you
Two rebuts coming in. First, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, I'm coming to you, Abbas Haider.
They never asked for division of what?
Okay, Kamruzaman Chaudhary, rebut.
Navika ji, it's a done fact that nobody condones the emergency days. Neither the present millennium relates itself with the emergency days of the 1975. Most of them would not have been born out there. But most of them, the youth of this country, the farmers, the working class, they relate to the emergency that is in place, undeclared emergency for the last 10 years, where most importantly the institutions have been compromised according to us, where the legacy media asks questions of the opposition rather than asking questions of the government. This is the way. And one thing let me remind my dear friend out here, Lalu Prasad Yadav had named his daughter as Misa Bharti on the basis of the Misa Act. Mulayam Singh Yadav, who was brutalized during the emergency days, both of them are with the Congress party now. What has changed over the last 50 years? Can anybody describe it out here? What changed in their heart that now they are supporting the Congress because they find the Bharatiya Janata Party to be more draconian than those emergency days? It was the Iron Lady Indira Gandhi who divided Pakistan into two just because she was an ultra-nationalist, not like a pseudo-nationalist that we are seeing right now in India. Mind you that, Navika ji, we need a proper proactive government, not a reactive government to be in place. By maintaining the continuity from the 17th Lok Sabha to the 18th Lok Sabha, Narendra Modi ji has said that I will do as my wish. It will be my way or the highway. That attitude is not going to run in the 18th Lok Sabha.
I don't know where you get this observation from. If there is a government which has greater numbers, it will form policies. Now you can't say that you're going to put your toe in the door and begin to run the country the way you want to, because you definitely don't have the numbers, and in a democracy numbers is what really forms governments and opposition. But Mr. Deepak Reddy, Kamruzaman Chaudhary says that media has been put under an unstated emergency. They're only worried about the media. Baki, nothing else matters to them. The media is under unnamed emergency, and they say that all institutions have been exploited. I just want to ask you, institutions have only been exploited by the BJP Sarkar and never before that? Have they forgotten their history, Deepak Reddy ji?
A very good evening, Navika. If you see the way the Congress or the India Alliance people are now talking, if they didn't have the kind of a freedom which they enjoy now, they would not have been talking in this tone and this tenure. Let us look at their modus operandi or how they have been functioning right from the day of counting. The day of the counting, they started saying that we're going to form the government. After some time, they have realized that they're making a fool of themselves in front of the people. Then they started playing the Shakuni cards. trying to divide the NDA partners, which didn't work because the modern India understands their ploy. Then let's come to the day of swearing in. They have taken a swear saying that they're going to follow the conventions of the House. And are they following the conventions? I mean, the day of the swearing in also, they really did not follow the way things have to be done there. So they are taking a swear on one side, another side, they're not sticking to it. Now let's come to what happened today. About the speaker's issue. They clearly know they don't have the numbers. And they wanted to come out with an intention to disrupt the process. So if this thing would have actually gone through, their numbers would have been exposed, and I estimate they would have fallen short by another 10 to 20 than what they actually have. But let us look at the way they have been talking all these days. They were very happy seeing the numbers what they got in this election in compared to the last two. And most of the spokesmen were coming out and saying that now the BJP cannot bulldoze us. Now we can stall the parliament. This is what they've been talking for the last 1 week. So it is absolutely clear the mindset of the India ecosystem is to disrupt the House from its functioning. You have just given certain figures how bad it was during the earlier tenure in 2016. I predict it's going to be even worse than that, and they're going to make a fool of themselves in front of the people of India. If they have suggestions, they can give positive suggestions. But the way they are have mentally made up their mind to disrupt the parliament and to waste the people's money, they are going to lower themselves in the people's mind, and there would be a discussion across the country. What do we do, with such non-serious opposition? Because they are elected and they're sitting in that place to talk about people's problems, not with an intention to disrupt. So, I can clearly see what's coming, and this session is going to be, in people's mind for years to come, saying that how badly Parliament will be functioning in this particular session.
Well, Abbas Haider, there are opposition parties. Despite emergency, despite Mulayam Singh being in jail for 19 months, you've decided to be with the Congress. It's your choice. The fact of the matter is that in a democracy, your numbers as an alliance, as an individual party, are lesser than the pre-poll alliance of the NDA. You can't grudge them the fact that they are running the government and you are in the opposition. So is it better for the opposition to do their duty towards the citizens of India, or will you only disrupt for the sake of disruption, as we've seen in the last two parliaments as well? Both 16th and 17th parliaments, Lok Sabhas, saw lots of disruptions despite the numbers being less, only because you were opposed to Modi.
Navika ji, first of all, two wrong cannot make a right. So if Congress party has done something wrong in the past, you have correctly said that Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav ji was in jail for 19 months. So they have imposed emergency for 22 months. That was the worst decision that Congress party could have made. But on the contrary, the Bharatiya Janata Party has been running this country for past 120 months in an undeclared emergency. That emergency was under Article 352, but this is a state of undeclared emergency. Apparently, the Congress leader have apologized for what they have done. But Bharatiya Janata Party leader would never apologize for what they have done. Now I'll come to your question. Navika ji, BJP spokesperson Mr. Gupta was talking about Deputy Speaker. We could have discussed it later. But look what has happened in the past Lok Sabha. Did the election for the Speaker happen? No, it didn't happen. But what happened? Later, for past 5 years, they didn't give a Deputy Speaker to Lok Sabha. Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha is the due for the opposition according to the convention and custom of the Parliament. We run on custom and convention, not just the rules. So they need to follow the custom and convention of the Parliament. Now they have set that tone. They have set that tone that yes, we are going to make arbitrary decisions. We will not make any consensus. Prime Minister used the word consensus in the House on the floor of the House. But I was happy that I think he would make some consensus. But look what has happened. His actions have spoken for him that he is not going to make consensus on any issue. We are there to make a constructive opposition.
Akhilesh Yadav ji also on day one taunted the Speaker. How do you expect any side? And that's my question to Satya Prakash Mishra ji. of the JDU. Satya Prakash Mishra ji,
No, that's not the point, ma'am.
udhar
That's not the
Sanjay Raut ji
It's
ne
an advice.
tasveer
It's
dali
an advice, not
hai
a
in that
point.
picture while they are showing that when they both Rahul Gandhi and Prime Minister take the speaker up to the chair, Rahul Gandhi is slightly ahead of Modi, so that has been made. Aage dekhiye hota hai kya. Now I'm just asking you, have we lost the spirit of cooperation? Are we just going to be in election mode, in political mode, trying to gain brownie points over one another? And is this really the beginning of what we are going to see over the next 5 years?
You know, the election is over and brownie points cannot be made over some fake presence. You have to be very constructive in a democracy. Opposition forces are expected to constructive criticism of the government. We in government would welcome the constructive criticism of the opposition with open heart. But opposition must understand they have not chosen for dismantle the democratic process of the parliament. The government is duty bound under the constitutional provision to fulfill the aspiration of the people and run the country in the development of the country. Opposition must understand that. In the last 5 years, opposition never cooperated towards any bill of the government, any move of the government. They even criticized the Prime Minister chair that ye aapke Pradhan Mantri hain. Such was the word of the Rahul Gandhi. He made such a comment. So this time, I expect them to be mature, and if holding a constitution in every member of the hand of the parliament, opposition benches, then stick to the constitutional provisions as well. Understand, the nation has to be developed for the poorest of the poor. Voice has to be heard. Definitely, every voice has been heard in the parliament. No voice has been ignored. But if you jump in the well, if you just criticize the chair of the parliament, then definitely government is duty bound to clear its way, and government is duty bound to show the way towards the opposition as well. My point is that what Sanjay Rawat made, it is a very non-serious comment. It was not expected for. It is uncalled for. It is the first day when a speaker remembered the emergency day. In the midnight of 25th June 1975, emergency was declared. What was that? That was the dismantle and destruction toward the constitutional obligation of the India. It was the attack on the heart of the constitution. So, if it pains the opposition, then definitely opposition is in no mood to understand the spirit of the constitution. They are holding the constitution, but not understanding the spirit of the constitution. That is the message today.
Well, आनंद दुबे जी, सवाल सिर्फ इतना है कि क्या पहले दिन हम वहीं से उठाएंगे जो हमने इलेक्शन में छोड़ा था? अब इलेक्शन खत्म हो गए हैं, लेकिन संजय राउत जी की कड़वाहट है या शिवसेना की जो कड़वाहट है वो जाने का नाम ही नहीं लेती। और मैं शिवसेना को क्यों कहूं, पूरे विपक्ष की। पहले दिन एक हैंडशेक होता है और देश में सबके मन में आता है कि शायद इस बार दोनों तरफ एक सबक आया होगा। सबक ये कि ऑपोजिशन की जितनी पार्टियां थी, जितना भी वो इकट्ठे हो गए, उनका नंबर उतना नहीं था कि वो सरकार बना सके। और दूसरी तरफ के बीजेपी के नंबर जरूर कम हुए हैं और उनको अलायंस पार्टनर्स पे जरूर डिपेंडेंट होना पड़ा है, लेकिन नंबर देश के वोटर्स ने उन्हें दिया है। अब ये बात जिस दिन दोनों तरफ को समझ आ जाएगी, शायद हम आगे बढ़कर देश के लिए कुछ कर पाएंगे। जिन लोगों ने आपको चुना है वो अपनी एक्सपेक्टेशंस पूरे होते हुए देखेंगे, बट हो नहीं रहा। पहले दिन से तलवारें खींची हुई हैं, हर बात पर तलवारें खींची हुई हैं, हर चीज पर। मैं मानती हूं राजनीति है, पॉलिटिशियंस हैं आप लोग, आपको पॉलिटिक्स करना है, लेकिन 2 दिन की तो छुट्टी ले लीजिए पॉलिटिक्स से, देश का निर्माण कर लीजिए, लोकसभा को बन लेने दीजिए, शपथ ग्रहण हो जाए, स्पीकर चुन जाए, वहां तक तो कम से कम सीज फायर तो दुश्मन देशों में भी हो जाते हैं।
नाविका जी नमस्ते। सबसे पहले आदरणीय ओम बिरला जी को 18वीं लोकसभा के अध्यक्ष के रूप में चुने जाने पर उन्हें हम बहुत बहुत बधाई देते हैं। 2 दिन पहले 24 जून को आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी सदन के परिसर में कहा कि सरकार तो बहुमत से चलती है लेकिन देश तो सहमति से चलता है। लेकिन आज 26 जून को सरकार फेल हो गई सहमति बनाने के लिए। सरकार को सहमति इसलिए बनाना था कि लोकसभा के अध्यक्ष के पद के लिए उनके पास बहुत अच्छे आंकड़े हैं, बहुमत है, नंबर उनके पास है, लेकिन विपक्ष के पास नंबर नहीं था। उनको सामने से पहल करनी चाहिए थी कि विपक्ष के पास उतने नंबर नहीं है, लेकिन हम विपक्ष को लोकसभा में उपाध्यक्ष का पद देते हैं, डिप्टी स्पीकर उनको बनाते हैं। लेकिन सरकार ने अहंकार वश नहीं किया, क्योंकि जहां संवाद होता है वहां विकट से विकट परिस्थिति को आप जीत सकते हैं, बड़े से बड़े युद्ध संवाद से टल जाते हैं। लेकिन ये जो वर्तमान की भारतीय जनता पार्टी एनडीए की सरकार है, ये संवाद नहीं करना चाहती, ये संवाद विहीन रहना चाहती है। अब आता हूं दूसरी बात, जो हमारे लोकसभा के अध्यक्ष होते हैं उनका कामकाज नविका जी निष्पक्ष होता है। वो किसी दल के नहीं होते, जब तक नहीं चुने गए रहते हैं तब तक एक विशेष दल के होते हैं, लेकिन जब वो लोकसभा के अध्यक्ष चुन लिए जाते हैं तब वो किसी दल के नहीं रह जाते। वो पूरे के पूरे 543 लोकसभा के जो सदस्य हैं उनके वो नेता रहते, उनके वो अध्यक्ष रहते। लेकिन आज जिस प्रकार 26 जून है, आज तो कोई 25 जून नहीं है, लेकिन आज लोकसभा के अध्यक्ष के मुंह से इमरजेंसी की बात करना, वो भी आधा अधूरा। ठीक है, इमरजेंसी कांग्रेस ने लगाई, कांग्रेस ने उसको भुगता, वो अच्छी बात नहीं थी, सारा देश जानता है। लेकिन उस इमरजेंसी के बाद क्या हुआ? 77 में जब जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनी, अब बीच में कूद गए। यही नविका जी सबसे बड़ा दुर्भाग्य है कि जब कोई एक व्यक्ति बोलता है, अरे विपक्ष के पास आंकड़े नहीं है तो क्या मुझे बोलने नहीं देंगे? ये संवाद, डिलीवरी, डायलॉग, ये सब तो होना चाहिए। मैं अपनी बात कह रहा हूं, एक बार शांत हो जाइए। मेरा कहना है कि जब 77 में कांग्रेस पार्टी पूरी तरह परास्त हो गई और 77 में जनता पार्टी के नेतृत्व में सरकार बनी और 3 साल जब वो सरकार चली, कांग्रेस पार्टी ने विपक्ष में रहकर जबरदस्त वापसी की, तो 1980 में पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार भी उसी पार्टी की आई जिसने इमरजेंसी लगाई थी।
तो आप मानते हैं,
आप बता देते,
तो आप मानते हैं कि बाला साहब ठाकरे जो कहते थे कांग्रेस के बारे में वो गलत है?
इमरजेंसी के बाद
आप मानते हैं कि बाला साहब ठाकरे जो कांग्रेस के बारे में कहते थे, इमरजेंसी माइंडसेट के बारे में कहते थे, वो सब कुछ गलत है?
नाविका जी, इमरजेंसी का बाला साहब ठाकरे जी ने सपोर्ट किया था। आप कहां हैं? आप निकाल लीजिए, सब कुछ पब्लिक डोमेन में है। मैं कोई गलत बात नहीं कह रहा हूं।
कांग्रेस के बारे में
बाला साहब ठाकरे जी ने इंदिरा गांधी जी का उस समय समर्थन किया था।
कांग्रेस के बारे में क्या कहा था?
कांग्रेस का समय समय पर सपोर्ट किया। प्रतिभाताई पाटिल राष्ट्रपति जी का, मैं वही कह रहा हूं, कांग्रेस पार्टी की प्रतिभाताई पाटिल राष्ट्रपति का चुनाव लड़ रही थी, सपोर्ट किया। आदरणीय प्रणव दादा राष्ट्रपति का चुनाव लड़ रहे थे, सपोर्ट किया। जब जब जरूरत पड़ी मुंबई में कई बार महापौर के इलेक्शन में सपोर्ट किया। ऐसा कुछ नहीं, हम राजनीतिक सामाजिक जीवन में है, लोगों के भले के लिए, देश के विकास के लिए, एक दूसरे का साथ देने के लिए लोग साथ आते हैं, विरोध में आते हैं। ये राजनीतिक सामाजिक
रोहन गुप्ता जी,
मतभेद होते हैं, मनभेद नहीं होता।
इतने अच्छे लोग हैं विपक्ष में, आपको इनकी अच्छाई दिखती क्यों नहीं? सवाल तो आज ये है। इतने मासूम आनंद दुबे जी, इतने मासूम अब्बास हैदर जी,
बिल्कुल देखिए, इनकी जो अच्छाई जो है वो सिर्फ दिखावे की है, इसलिए अच्छा नहीं लगता ना। जब देखिए हीरोइक्स नहीं चलता है नविका जी। अगर हम लोकतंत्र में हैं, अगर आपकी नीयत में खोट है, अगर आप बोलते हैं कि नहीं हमको आपको समर्थन करना है, हमको लोकसभा को ठीक से चलाना है, तो आपकी एक्शन में वो चीज क्यों नहीं देखता है? पहले दिन गतिरोध की शुरुआत किसने की? विपक्ष ने की थी। आपको मालूम है, इफ यू डोंट हैव द नंबर्स देयर इज नो पॉइंट इन गोइंग टू फाइट द इलेक्शन, देयर इज नो पॉइंट इन पुटिंग कॉन्टेस्टेंट अगेंस्ट द ऑफिशियल कैंडिडेट ऑफ एनडीए। यू कुड हैव अवॉइडेड दैट। आज आपने किया, 2 दिन तक आपने पूरा नैरेटिव उस तरीके से किया, नहीं हम तो लड़ेंगे। आपकी जो लड़ने की बात है, देखिए नविका जी, यहां पे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज मैं कहना चाहूंगा। संविधान की नकल को हाथ में लेके पूरे देश में ये मैसेज देना कि वी आर द सेवियर ऑफ संविधान, दैट मैसेजिंग इज दिस इज नॉट द राइट टाइम। इलेक्शंस आर ओवर। अभी आपने जनता ने आपको ज्यादा सीट किसने देगी? जनता की बेहतरी के लिए। एक घंटा जो संसद में जाता है,
I can only say that messaging and narrative setting is something that the opposition is being able to do. You need to improve your game, because as of now, optics are all there, the handshakes are all there, but when it comes down to business, it's acrimonious as ever. And people will come out and say that 2 countries can actually stop war to save a few people. But in Indian Parliament, in the Lok Sabha, we can't see a ceasefire between the opposition and the treasury benches. Why is it so difficult is a question that still hangs in the air. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all my guests and panelists for joining me on debate number 1.